All right, I'm Adam,
I'm Dan.
and we were here to talk about The Mummy, or as we called it last time, Mummy Impossible.
Yeah,
So, what did you think about the good old Tom Cruise Mummy movie?
as I said to you the other day, it was stupid and not in a good way. I didn't I didn't like it. It was not good. It's just honestly all you really need to say. I know we're going to say more, but that's all you need to say.
Like on the other hand, I had fun with it. It's not a good movie, not a very good movie in any stretch of the imagination. But I actually could say that I walked out of that theater after I think it was only what it's only like an
It was
hour.
less than 2
It's
hours.
only like an
Definitely.
hour and 20 minutes long or
Yeah,
something like
it
that.
really wasn't long.
Like after like I sat through it, like I could tell you, like I walked out and I was just like I am not upset.
Mm.
I, I'm not saying I didn't feel like I wasted my money, but I wasn't upset about anything.
I mean, yeah, it's I don't want to angrily rant, but I didn't like it. It just
Isn't very good either.
Mm.
There's a lot of comedy in this movie that feels. Here's the thing: is that I've heard a lot of people say that the comedy in this movie feels forced and isn't funny. I don't think it feels forced. Okay, it's just that it's not very good and it's not delivered very well.
The delivery, I think, is what it is because I get the style that they're going for,
Yeah.
and I get why they're doing it,
Mm-hmm.
and there are absolutely actors that can pull those things off. Tom Cruise, I don't, as much as he's a good actor, I don't think he that style suits him.
No, it doesn't. And that's
the
my
other guy-
That's my biggest gripe with the movie.
Like the other guy who plays his buddy, I don't know the actor's name, and I
I
don't
don't know
care.
his
He's not
name
famous,
either.
but he was probably better at it. But he didn't have anyone to work off of. Like he's the kind of guy like who would probably be okay if he had a good charismatic person to bounce off of.
Maybe.
Because it seemed like he at least understood it better than Tom Cruise did.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise was trying to be Tom Cruise, and that's not what the role called for.
That was actually that's my biggest complaint with the movie. I mean, I'm sure you probably have a bunch of other complaints,
Mhm.
and we'll probably get to those in a second. But my biggest complaint about the movie is Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: I like Tom Cruise as an actor.
Oh, yeah,
I actually
definitely.
really do. He can be very good when he wants to be. Okay, but the type of performance that this role called for is the type of performance that Tom Cruise today couldn't give.
No.
Tom Cruise back in like Risky Business
Yeah,
days,
Risky Business
Cocktail
Tom Cruise,
days. Yeah, that Tom Cruise could have pulled all this fucking shit together and would have been able to make it work. Today's Tom Cruise? No, not at all.
Today's Tom Cruise is all about the Ethan Hunts and the Jack Reachers.
Yeah.
And Jack Reacher, he does well as. Like, my dad likes that movie. I've seen it a couple of times. And he does well because that's a character that is, he's an action hero. He's the leader guy.
Yeah.
But he's also very, I'm not saying the movie doesn't have comedy beats, but he himself is very serious. He's very, he's just getting the job done.
Yeah.
He's doing what he has to do. And that's kind of how Tom Cruise was playing this, but that's not what the role called for. I know what I was
But like, if you would have taken like Chris Pratt, Ryan Reynolds, Nathan Fillion, or even Brendan Fraser, and stuck them in this role, they could have made it work. Like Tom Cruise, unfortunately, and the thing is like I'm not even saying that it's not that he doesn't appear like he's trying. It's just that he just doesn't have it in him.
No, that's exactly right.
And there were moments of this movie where I will actually say that I actually did laugh. Like there's a couple moments that were funny. There were a couple moments that did work. There's a lot of moments though where it's like it could have worked if you just delivered it properly or you gave it time to build or something.
The one thing in the movie that it wasn't even well written, but they found the right actor for it, was Russell Crowe as Henry Jekyll.
Henry Jekyll, yeah.
Because like it's still not. It really is not well written. I can't express that enough, honestly. But he delivers it like he cares. He's sitting there not just trying, but actually like getting into the character and enjoying it.
Yeah.
And he plays both sides. He plays Jekyll and Hyde,
Mm-hmm.
and we see him do both. And you get the sense that there is something there. Whether that's him, whether it's the filmmakers, or a combination, obviously ideally it's a combination.
Yeah.
But I think it was mostly him because so much of the rest of the movie was mishandled. But he was the one thing that I was actually kind of interested in,
Mm-hmm.
and I wish it had just been a movie about him.
I can honestly say that I kind of agree with you.
Yeah.
Because he is one of the better, brighter spots in the movie.
Yeah.
And again, like the worst part about it is the fact that even that though, it's not like it's that great of a
No,
performance. It's just that
it's not like some shining gem in a pile of crap.
But at least he seems like
yeah.
he's trying his best.
Yeah.
Where everyone else just seems like either they're not trying or they're just cruising by, one or the other.
Right. Like, pun not intended. But
I don't know the actress's name, unfortunately, but the girl who plays the mummy.
Yeah.
Like, she's actually not half bad.
She has, again, that right mixture of being intense, but then there's moments where it gets a little softer when, you know, I mean, you get the impression she's mostly faking it, but at least you understand why people would believe that she's, you know, humanizing herself and trying to be sympathetic and all that. She does do a good job of that, and that sort of thing.
Well, I was going to say, this movie borrows heavily, more than I thought it would, on the 1999 Mummy film with Brendan Fraser, because obviously from like the trailers we all saw the sand storm with the face in it.
With
like
the face.
Okay, like I was like, all right, it's more made, it's more
and then also the thing where she has to like absorb the light on people.
That's the thing, and it looks just like it did in the 99 version. And when I say it looks just like it did, I mean not just in style. I mean this looks like 1999 CGI. Like this like the CGI in this film,
not great.
The CGI in this film is not very good. Like before, there's even a little prop from the 99 version as a little homage.
That was actually one of the few parts of the movie that I like, because I know I heard you laughing.
Yeah.
And I didn't laugh out loud, but I smiled and I chuckled when I saw it. It was a nice throwback, and it was clearly like the actual prop too. It wasn't just something they threw together. Like it was there.
No, but this movie though feels like it was written though to be in the same tone as the 99 version. It's just everyone acted a little more serious. Like the fact that like Tom Cruise keeps seeing his dead friend, almost like American Werewolf in London.
I was gonna say, because I wasn't that surprised when they were pulling stuff from the other Mummy movies, but there was a lot of American Werewolf in London parallels in this.
Now, granted, it did take a lot. Most of the movie did take place in London, so maybe. But I'm just talking about in those scenes. You can see like through just listening to the lines, like these scenes are supposed to be funny. Like the way, like the interaction, like the
especially
dialogue.
when he keeps seeing his friend.
Yeah, like the dialogue
is clearly supposed to be almost like a comic relief. But it just doesn't come through. It doesn't
come through that way because of the fact of like the way you could tell it's supposed to be comedy.
Yeah,
if you listen to the dialogue,
like it's supposed to be serious and scary and unsettling.
And that's one of my main problems with the movie. Is just the fact that like it feels like they completely miscasted this movie and they completely got the wrong director to direct it.
Yeah.
Like almost as if like Universal saw the script and was like, no, this needs to be more serious, but we don't have time to rewrite this though, so just play it serious. Like that's what it seems. I was gonna say the special effects in this movie are not very good.
No.
We already touched upon this, but the thing that bothered me about this movie is it's another case of you're watching a movie where they're using CGI where they could easily use makeup and make it look good.
Okay,
like everything with the Mummy, with Dr. Jekyll, because when Dr. Jekyll and Russell Crowe ends up turning into Hyde, okay, he doesn't really change physically other than like his skin and his eyes and stuff like
his
that.
His eyes go like red, his skin gets darker.
But when we watch the movie,
CGI face.
Yeah, it's like CGI makeup, and you're looking at this going like, that looks like you could have applied that maybe in an hour.
I will say that very brief scene when they're hauling Tom Cruise to Russell Crowe's office, and you see like the things from the other creatures.
Yeah, like
you see like a vampire skull, and the one was a Gillman hand.
Yeah,
which they lingered on for like half a second, and so I didn't even have time to turn to you and go, "Was that a Gillman hand?" But I realized that's what it was, and I'm like, okay, so that's interesting because I don't know if they have plans to make a creature movie.
They do have plans.
Yeah, but it's nice that they're acknowledging that, like, yes, that's one of the classic Universal monsters now.
Like, I will say that was one of my favorite part of the whole movie, I would say, is that... All right, my overall thoughts for the movie, I didn't hate it. I did not hate the movie. I thought it was okay. It was fine for what it was. Are there things that could have been done better? Yes, there's a lot of things that could have been done better. My biggest gripe with it is the fact that I think they did a complete miscast by casting Tom Cruise. Where I'm like, it's good to have Tom Cruise. He could be a good actor when he wants to be, but this was just the wrong role for him.
He didn't want to.
You really needed to get a better actor who could have made this material work. I thought the mummy herself, I thought was fine. I actually liked that they did a female mummy, and it was a little different. I thought Russell Crowe was really good in it, despite the little bit he is in it, though. I thought he was actually good in it. I think some of the action scenes are okay, but mostly they just kind of blend together, and they are at times hard to tell what's going on. The CGI in the movie is not very good. The one thing we didn't get into that I was very disappointed in this movie, that I think is one of the other weakest spots in the movie, is the ending. The ending is not very good. The ending doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
No.
And it kind of comes off like a last minute rewrite, like almost like they were too scared to kill off Tom Cruise's character in case they want him to show up in something else. So they kind of... Overall, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10.
All right.
I didn't hate it. I thought it was I almost wanted to give it a 5, but like I actually there were, like I said, there were stuff in it that I actually did kind of enjoy. There were scenes that I thought were funny. Like I said, that's what I'm giving it.
Well, on the one hand, I definitely disliked it more than you, because I don't think of it as, fine for what it is. I think of it as disappointing for what it should be, or maybe what I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I will grant that I didn't come out of this movie as angry as I did at Alien Covenant.
No.
Now, part of that is because I expect more from an Alien movie.
Yeah.
Because I respect those movies. Like, even, the other, bad ones, like your Alien 4s, your Alien versus Predator.
Yeah.
There are ideas there that could have worked, that should work.
Yeah.
That, that maybe they didn't execute. Whereas Alien Covenant, the trailer made it seem like it was going to be something cool. And then it was just a rehash of everything.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of expectations. I went into this, as I said earlier, not really expecting anything.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why I'm not so mad, which may not be in the movie's favor, honestly.
Okay.
But because I'm not as mad, I will give it a 5 out of 10.
Okay.
Because I will put it at exactly average, which because that's the thing about being average, is like an average thing, you don't need to avoid it, but you don't need to go out of your way for it.
Yeah, the best way I think I can describe this movie is that it feels like as if Michael Bay made a mummy movie. And Michael Bay sometimes has little spots of genius, and that's what all his movies to me seem like, is just background noise music, like movies basically.
A lot of them, yeah.
And that's exactly what this movie kind of felt like. It felt like as if I was watching a mummy movie that was directed by Michael Bay.
That's actually a really good way to put it.
Yeah, it is.
Because that's about what I expect from Transformers movies at this point.
But the only thing that this was missing that a Michael Bay mummy film would have been a hot chick. And although like the female lead in this movie is not exactly, she's not ugly, she is very good looking.
And the mummy is
not. Yeah, and she's fine too. But like if this was like Michael Bay, you would have
had your gratuitous shots.
Oh yeah, you would have. But yeah, okay. So overall, again, to recap, 6, 5. All right. So that was The Mummy. We will be back next time with hopefully It Comes at Night, which is what we're gonna go see, and we know nothing about. All we know is that it's good.
And
supposed to be.
For a horror movie, I'm okay with that.
No, for a horror, that's exact. I kept hearing about this movie. I hear it's very good. I looked nothing up about it. I was like, we're just going to go see it because I hear it's very good. And after we watch The Mummy, I need this. Yeah. I don't want to go in with any expectations whatsoever. No, yeah. So, all right, that's going to be it for it now. We'll come back with It Comes at Night. See you later.